Hey, I'm back. Okay, so before I get into any details about what this video is about, let me just mention just a few things really quick. And it's going to be very brief because it's late right now and I don't have a script to think about what I want to say because I had to memorize this stuff. So let me just say a few things, just get them out of the way. First off, my mom is staying in my house for like more than a month now because she's been homeless and she suffered from bipolar, had drug issues, was currently detoxing and all that, and essentially has nowhere else to live except at some point she might move out eventually at some shelter home or whatever. I'm bringing this up right now only just because I kind of told her that because of the fact that she gets these little episodes where she'll talk to herself and will rant really loudly, I kind of told her that she needs to keep her voice down because since I need to be in a more quieter location, I want her to respect my privacy just because I know how she is. And so she agreed, and I think right now she's in her bedroom sleeping, if I'm correct. And so is my grandma, who's just in her bedroom watching whatever she's watching. So, and also I'm in my basement right now, or the second living room, just because upstairs, there's no way I can find an area where it's more quieter without having TV backgrounds blasting in the background or whatever. So anyways, now that I got that away, there's one other thing I want to mention is, like I said in my last vlog, about the fact I want to become a YouTube movie reviewer, right? Well, like I said, I had to do with college. And so far, my previous semester wasn't as tedious as the other semester during the fall season, where I have 4, but this time I took 3 courses, which is Art History 1, Drawing 2, and retaking English, just because the fact that I failed at it like over a year ago. And so far I got a D out of that class, while my other classes, like with Drawing 2, I got A, Art History 1, I got a C, which is good so far. And it looks like I'm going to go back to Anoka Ramsey again for my 3rd year in college. So there's that. And I'm glad that now that it's summer, I don't have to deal with any more assignments to do. I can finally now focus all my energy on trying to start my first YouTube job. And if you want to know what I've been doing so far to prepare myself, for like about a month now, my grandma and I have been talking over and discussing what we could do with what items I need on my list, right? So one of the first equipments I needed is a tripod. So Gran found a tripod on her phone on Craigslist, and she said it cost like $10, and it was located in somewhere in downtown Minneapolis. So I had to go with her just because, you know, when it comes to Craigslist, it's never really safe, and she doesn't want to be alone, so I had to be there to be her little protector or whatever. So anyways, we drove all the way to Minneapolis, and I don't know if this was a week or 2 ago, but when we got there, and it was a pretty quick buy because the guy just was waiting outside the whole time, and he just put it in the back of our vehicle, and that was pretty much it. So we didn't have like lengthy conversations or anything like that. So after that, I thought we were in good luck, and I thought this would be perfect for what I needed because I did thought about buying a professional camcorder online, whether that be eBay or Amazon or whatever. So, but before I did, I had to research about what is the best video quality I need for YouTube. And so far, one of the best ones that people have talked about for the last couple of years now was something called I think it's called the Sony Alpha A5100. They say that that is the type of camera quality that's good for any YouTube video, whether if you're traveling or vlogging or anything like that. I don't know if it's good for reviews, but I think it looks kind of promising after watching all those video tests and whatnot. So for a while, I thought I was in good luck because I need the appropriate quality I needed. That doesn't look too low quality or way too fancy or anything like that. I just want to keep it just standard for the video quality I needed for my reviews. But the thing is, it turns out that it's funny how they say it's supposed to be one of the best, cheapest cameras, when really, according to some websites like eBay, for example, it's supposed to cost like $448 from what I recall. And because of that, again, if I have to make my grandma pay that for me, no matter how expensive it is, I guess we have no choice but to do so. But for now, my grandma thinks that I think I should just stick with my new iPhone XR, which I got about a month ago or so. She thinks that maybe I wanted to see if this fail quality on my phone right now that you're watching is the best quality in comparison to the Sony Alpha A5100 or not. So either way, Grant thinks I need to practice this video for a while. Although right now I'm not doing that. I'm just doing this little vlog to let you know what I'm doing. I haven't practiced yet, but I'll be doing that eventually, maybe starting tomorrow or next week, before I officially decide if I should stick with this phone to do my movie reviews or just stick to buy the camera. So we're not sure yet about that. So the camera is kind of an open case right now. But so far, but regardless though, but because of this situation where we don't know if I'm going to use my iPhone or not, so we decide that if that's the case, then we need to buy another tripod, because the tripod we have is just for a camera and not for an iPhone or any mobile devices. So I looked up online and it looks like we found the best one when she was searching it, right? So we found this one tripod that'll be useful for both for cameras and for iPhone. So I think we're in good luck. And when we finally did so, I believe it cost like $25 according to what Grant told me recently. So that, I think we ordered that maybe about a week ago, maybe about 7 days if I'm correct. Oh, no, wait. I'm sorry, my bad. I was thinking of something else. I mean to say is, yeah, I think about a week or so ago, we ordered this, and then it took us maybe like a few days or so. And then we finally bought this tripod, and we had this tripod for like about half a week ago. And so far, this tripod is really useful. And I think so far we bought the tripod, and the camera is not till later. And another thing that's on my items right now, which I'm still waiting for right now, is that I think since about 7 days ago, which that's what I meant to say a while ago, I was thinking about something else, because what Grant and I bought online on Amazon the other... Wait, was it Amazon? Oh, no, wait, I'm sorry, it wasn't Amazon. The tripod was for Amazon. Sorry, it's hard to keep on track with the details. But anyways, I wanted an editing software, right? Because if you're going to do movie reviews, you need to edit your videos professionally. Because as you should know, I'll be using my laptop since our old computer that we had decades ago, sorry, like about several years ago, that we had for more than a decade, had a virus and it was broken. So I guess you could say we haven't had a computer in a very long time, but I still have my laptop for some time now, and it costs like $1,000 if I'm correct. So it's a pretty expensive one. But anyways, so I couldn't think of any other software that I wanted to edit my videos, and the only thing I can think of, the only time I've ever had experience with this once is when I was back in high school making my short films back then in 2012. I remember that my failed production teacher once had to force her students to use this, I believe it's a Sony Vegas Pro. I think it's the 11th version if I'm correct. So yeah, I once used a Sony Vegas Pro. At one point, I used it for 2 short videos that I've once uploaded on YouTube years ago until I was hacked into on my other channel, which I might re-upload them eventually in the future. But the thing is, I've been wondering how expensive it's going to be if I were to buy it. So when I looked it up, I found out that the latest version, which I believe is the Sony Vegas Pro 16, according to eBay, it costs us like no, wait, hold on a second. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about something else. The one that we bought on eBay, it actually costs us like $5.99, if I'm correct. So that's like roughly around $6. And what's insane about that is that usually with the Sony Vegas Pros, they're usually like over hundreds of dollars. And originally, I think the original price for it was like somewhere between from $400 to $500 or so. I mean, that's the original price. But with eBay, we got free shipping. So we got the best cheaper offer apparently. So I guess it's a godsend that now I finally found the latest software that I needed for my editing and all that. So right now it's been about a week now, and we were told that it was supposed to be shipped in and it was supposed to be arrived at somewhere around like June 11th, or it's estimated around that because we don't know for sure. Because I thought it arrived that day, but it looks like it hasn't arrived just yet. It's been a few days and it's not even in the mail just yet, so we're gonna have to wait and see if it's gonna be delivered to my house by tomorrow or Sunday. Because if it doesn't come soon, then I guess we're gonna have to just call whoever is in charge who actually does all the shipping and see if we can get an answer or not. Because I don't know how this stuff even works. But either way, besides that, so far we have the software, the tripod, the camera's not till later, and I think there's only maybe a couple things I still need to do. One of them is having a seat. So right now I have my little sofa here, and I decided maybe I'd rather just stick with this one because I believe this would be the more appropriate option I should use. Just because, for one, black is my favorite color, and also it's a lot more comfortable this way. So in this case, I might have to move this into my little studio next door. And one other item that I also need to buy would be a computer desk, and I think that's all we need to do so far. So far, I don't need anything like lighting. I don't need anything like, say, like anything too fancy or professional where you want to look all like spectacular and you want to look like you want to show off or whatever. But I'm not that kind of person, so I just want to keep it kind of slow and steady and keep things kind of small for now, because it's my first time doing something like this when I'm going to start doing movie reviews. Because usually with most movie reviewers, they're not so popular at first. They don't really reach to fame until they start easy and they start with maybe, let's say, with a very few videos. Like, which, by the way, now that I'm done talking about the lists, I want to talk about something they've all been wanting to know is when I'm going to get my career started. So I do have I think about 10 or 15 episodes on my list that I've actually added on my phone just to remember what movies I need to review this year. If you're wondering when I'm going to start doing my movie review series, I was hoping I can do this at the end of this month, but because things have been a little more delayed, and because I had to deal with other personal stuff like chores or family outings, and the fact that I need to go back to my college campus to meet with one of my college advisors and to go over what my future courses would be at some point this month or so. Since we're not exactly sure what I'm going to get into eventually. But the thing is, sorry, my bad. I mean, June is not over yet, but either way, I'm not sure if I'll get my YouTube video started either this June or July, because not only do I have a meeting with my advisor, but also because I also have to leave to go to Omaha, Nebraska to meet my relatives down there from July, I think it's from July 9th through the 11th, if I'm correct. Again, I'm not sure if that's correct or not. I need to talk to my grandma about this first. But really, you can always update with me on my Facebook account and see what I've been doing lately, just to let you know what I'm doing. So yeah, I just thought you should know that I'm getting all my items ordered in right now. I'm getting things started, and I had to go from place to find a couch I needed, which I don't have to because I already have this. And so yeah, it looks like I don't have a lot of items I need to buy. But even though once I get all my items, there's one other thing I also need to do that's very important for me to know when it comes to reviewing movies on YouTube. And that is having to practice my persona or my mannerism or the type of internet personality that I wanted to be. Because I haven't decided what my identity should be right now. So you can say I'm a bit of an borderline type of identity crisis when it comes to YouTube. Because there's so many personalities on this website where everyone can either have their own sense of humor or sense of style of how they review their things with movies or whatnot, and even what type of opinions they would have. So at this point, I have not decided. But the good news is, even despite having to order my items in advance, I'll continue to look up articles online as well as watching some YouTube videos. I'll learn and to practice how to become an official or a more professional movie reviewer on YouTube. And it looks like I'm learning from the best so far. And I think there's not a lot for me to know because since I've been watching movie reviews for the last few years or so, I think I know how things work now. So, but even I know how their styles work with their videos. I know that some people can upload their videos maybe once or twice a week. Some will upload their videos maybe like once a month or something, depending on their own schedules. As for me, I might upload maybe each movie review maybe once a week or once a month. But that really depends on my situation with my personal life. So, sorry I belched. Anyways, as of now, I have not officially decided what day I will launch my movie reviews, but at least try to expect that it's either at the point it'll happen either at the end of this month or it'll be in July. So that's just my estimation. Again, I'm not sure, but I want you to keep in touch with me and I will update about what I've been doing lately with my stuff on Facebook to let you know when everything is ready, because I'm still in the middle of getting my YouTube video started, so I'm not too busy with anything else like homework or anything that will distract me from achieving my goal with my job. Because that's all I've been doing for this whole entire month is trying to prepare items I needed. But anyways, now that I'm still practicing and whatnot, another thing I kind of also to let you all know is that you understand that I am doing this that I'm sorry, I got a lot on my mind right now. I have a reason for why I want to start going onto YouTube and start my job with doing movie reviews for a personal reason, and for a reason that most people would know about. Before I get to that reason, I just want to say is, so I do have other few goals I need to do this summer. One is I need to spend more time with one of my high school friends whose name is Dax, which I might have mentioned before. I haven't seen him for a while, so I spend more time with him. And then I'm going to have to stick with my other goals, which has to do with exercising again and to go back to the DMV since I haven't been there in the last few years or so. Only because I want to start driving eventually. I'm getting really impatient for never doing anything about it. Because this summer, I need to make changes for myself. I need to stop making excuses and just get with the game and get my goals accomplished, because I've been delaying them for the last few years or so. Even before I started college, I realized just because life in college is so hard, that doesn't mean that I can't have the time to time manage about what needs to be done. So now that I'm not stressed or overwhelmed with other things, I can now finally focus all my thoughts and energy on getting all my goals done, even though my YouTube shop is my main goal as of right now. But either way, I just thought you should know I have other goals I need to deal with as of this year. And I'm mentioning this right now is because I have another goal in mind. And the thing is, but because I can't trust YouTube with their ad revenue, because I have my own Patreon account, since I actually first opened it up back during New Year's of this year, I haven't used it as much because I'm not familiar with how the format works. I'm still trying to learn about it. I've been watching videos on YouTube about how Patreon works. I'm reading articles about it. I'm trying to learn how I can manage on how to deal with crowdfunding and how I could get donations from other people and how I can get my stuff out there and what I have to do to give whatever I need to offer to any of my Patreons or possible future fans in order for me to make enough money, because that's my only job as of right now. You see, even though I want to do movie reviews, not because I love to rant on movies, and I am a huge movie lover and an animation lover, and the fact that I'm also am someone who likes to share opinions on a lot of things, whether they're controversial or non-controversial, just for the fun of it. But it's also because, you see, I never knew I could make money off of my videos with YouTube, and I never knew that for years now. And so, since I decided I want to just sticking with an independent job to just do what I love to do, without feeling stressed out, where I could just remain in the safety of my own home, where I could just express my creativity or my knowledge of things when it comes to movies, just so I can entertain and make people laugh and all. But it's also because of the fact that since I need to make money somehow, because my grandma is my PC and my legal guardian, correct? So because of that, I realized that I'm in this situation right now where I have a few things that are kind of concerning to me right now with what I needed. And one of those concerns is having to buy a car, because even once I get my license, I do need to get a car eventually, because even though I won't have to worry about going to the Minneapolis College of Art and Design, or MCAT, till next year, since it's already been officially decided. But not only that, but since I already mentioned that already, I also need to make enough money just so I can have enough to go to MCAT next year in advance. Because here's the thing, with this year, my GPAs are not high enough for me to get in there just yet. So that's why I need to stay for like another third year, which again, it doesn't matter to me if I stay for another third year in my community college. So the thing is, not only that, but I've been told by my advisor that at MCAT, it turns out it literally costs like $39,000 to actually get in there. At first, their website said that it costs like over $27,000, but it turns out it wasn't updated, so they were incorrect. So if you actually were to look up MCAT or whatever on Google or something, and they tell you what is the annual finances that you needed in order to get in there, it's not correct. So just remember, it's roughly costs around like $40,000 to get into MCAT, just because it's private, which is quite obvious. So of course we don't have that huge amount of money right now, because my grandma makes like $500 a month. As you should know, that's kind of her job, and I don't blame her. So we're kind of in this situation where we're kind of at risk when it comes to our finances. I don't know how much we could make, because I mean, sure, I depend on her to help me out, to support me with my personal goals and needs, but I don't think she'll ever be able to make enough just to get all those goals accomplished with the car and MCAT. But more importantly, again, I don't know if this will ever be accomplished, but it's more of a bonus for me personally, because since my golden birthday would be at some point later this year on December 26th, one of my golden birthday wishes is for me to go to Tokyo someday, because it's my favorite place in the whole world, right? So I was thinking, I think it'll be perfect timing for me to not just go to Tokyo just for next year, because I realize, you see, not only is it just for my golden birthday wish, but because next year they'll be hosting the annual Summer Olympics. So that's why I was thinking, you know what? It's the first time in the last, I don't know, maybe in the last few decades or so, since the 60s, that they ever hosted the Olympics. And because of that, I decided, you know what? I think it'll be amazing, not just for me to go there someday, but to actually go there, to actually participate in their opening ceremony. So I think it'd be great for once if I actually get to go to their new Olympic Stadium, so I can actually record everything there, and I can actually get to upload this on my YouTube channel someday. Because really, think about it. I don't know if some people have ever recorded their videos at the opening ceremonies or not. Maybe some of them have. But either way, I think it'll be great for me to go there instead of just watching on TV. Because, I mean, think about it. You want to go to your favorite place in the whole world, and then you get to go to a very expensive event, which the whole world is involved in, then you get a better offer. Not only that, but also it turns out that not only does my friend Dax and my sister want to come with me, because they always thought about it, but even one of my cousins who will be graduating next year from high school, I decided not only will it be my golden birthday wish to go to Tokyo next year, but I think this will also be his little high school graduation gift from me personally, where I can actually invite him to come with me. So again, I got a better offer out of that. However, even though that sounds like an amazing ultimate vacation for me, and for anyone who wants to come with me at the time, again, I don't know if that's realistic because, like I said, we don't make enough money. And I think it'll take like a big freaking miracle if I were to end up getting like maybe thousands or millions of dollars as a birthday gift later this December, but I hardly even doubt it. I mean, I could pray about it, but I don't know if it's even going to work out. So that's why I feel like the only way for me to just try to make enough money without having the risk of depending on, depending on just luck, because it's almost impossible to count on or whatever. So yeah, basically, I wanted to start making my movie reviews, not because I enjoy it, but because it's the only way for me to actually earn enough money through Patreon from anyone who can donate money to me once I offer something back to them. Because like I said, I have never had a job before despite volunteering at numerous organizations, even when I was in high school. But regardless, I need enough money for not just for a car, or probably for Tokyo, which I hope that'll be a goal I could accomplish. Again, it's unlikely, but I also need enough money for MCAT because, like I said, MCAT is where my real future begins. Because I've said this before in my last vlog, that I wanted to become a movie reviewer. Oh, I'm so sorry. I want to become a film director, writer, and producer, and an animator. Or should I say 2D animation, to be more specific. Because it's been kind of a dying art lately, and even Walt Disney gave up on that, which is, to me, I find that really outrageous that they would just give up on it. Because, I mean, think about it. For those who are sick and tired of CG, well, I was hoping I would eventually bring 2D animation back into the mainstream filmmaking business once again. I don't know when, but there might be a time where, at some point in the near future or so, I'm hoping I could make 2D animation popular once again. Because, I mean, if studios like Walt Disney or even Warner Brothers are not going to commit to 2D animation anymore, then I think I would. I think I might be one of the best innovators when it comes to revolutionizing animation once again, if I could. But anyways, not to get off track, I guess I'm just trying to let you know that I'm really desperate, and because MCAT is my only chance to get a career, because the thing is, here in Minnesota, where I'm living at right now, there are maybe a couple of college campuses where they'll probably do filmmaking, and even so, there is no other college campus throughout this whole state that does animation except for MCAT, because that's the only art program I have to go to in order to start with animation, because there's no other place out in the state that requires it. So, the thing is, now I understand it's private and expensive, but you know what? I don't care if it's expensive. I will do anything. I will sacrifice everything that I have in order for me to get into this campus. So that's why I am begging for any of my fans, the few of my subscribers. Sorry, I need to correct myself on that. Right now I have like 3 subscribers as of right now at the time of this recording. And as of right now, I don't know how many people are watching this video at this point. But for those who have been watching my videos for some time without subscribing to me, or if anyone is interested in any of my videos I'll be planning, or if those who are just new to my channel who are curious of what I'm going to be doing this year, well, I can guarantee you things are going to get planned very soon. And even once I get everything planned out, I depend on anyone to check out my channels. And just please keep in mind that not only do I need more subscribers, because that would be great, but I think I would also really appreciate that for those who do end up liking my channel, whether you subscribe to me or not, I want all my fans or anyone who has been watching my old videos in the past throughout all these years, I want all the old fans and the new ones to go onto my Patreon on my Facebook account, which, by the way, my full name is always going to be the same, like the one here as my username on this channel right now. Because if you go on to my Facebook account and also on my Patreon account, it's just going to be the same full name, Dustin Schaefbauer. So you won't have a hard time finding me anyways. But the thing is, all I'm asking for all of you is to please go on my Patreon account this summer. I hope we could do this sooner, even before I start my movie review series this summer, because, like I said, I am desperate. I will promise, I will offer you the best offers you could possibly have. I seriously need to, get everything done. I have been very patient for so long now. I feel like I should have got this done sooner or later than I should. But still, I want anyone on my Patreon account to please send me money. But I don't mean right now, but once I get my page updated very soon, and once I get my video started, I promise you I will update whatever I'll have. I'm not sure if I'll be uploading just sneak peeks, or I'll show my artworks, or I might do commissions or anything like that, because as you should know, I have a DeviantArt account, by the way, which for those who don't know. So whatever I may offer on my Patreon account, I will let you know that yes, it's going to be a little spendy, but since this is important to me, I need to reach a goal to make a huge amount of money. Like I said, MCAT is $40,000. And again, I don't know how expensive for me to buy a car would be, because originally I thought about buying a Lincoln MKC. Although I don't know what the prices are specifically. I need to look into it. But despite the details, I'll let you know all about them eventually once I get everything updated. So I might probably estimate I'll probably have to reach a goal of, say, maybe $1 million or maybe more than that in advance. And I hope I can reach that huge amount of money for that goal by next summer. Because by then I will be prepared enough for all those goals I needed in order for me to transfer to MCAT and to buy a car and to hopefully get into Tokyo, which, again, it would be amazing if I ever reached that goal. I mean, I'm a small channel. I'm not really that popular. I might not be that... I don't seem that recognizable to anyone, despite being on YouTube for a decade now. Because what's funny is that I first started YouTube when I first became a member back in November, literally 10 years ago. And I think the first time I've uploaded my first YouTube video was back in August 2011. And the last video I've uploaded was back in December 2012. And it's funny how my last video got millions of views until it was hacked into. So yeah, I guess those of you who recognized me for all these years, which I used to be known by my old username as Corn2012NWO. As you should know, I still exist. Sure, I've been busy with a lot of things with my life. And sure, I won't be uploading videos every single day like I've said before. But like I said, I am going to promise you things are going to be done this year. And very soon, everything will be accomplished. But just remember, I cannot do this without anyone's help. Especially for those who still care about my channel or those who subscribe to me so far. So yeah, I guess that's all I really have to say. All I ask in return is to have more subscribers once I upload 10 or 15 episodes this summer. And I hope that once all that is being accomplished with the number of views I get, please, again, just remind those one more time, please just stick with my Patreon page, because that's my only form of ad revenue, because I don't know there's any other format I can use to get ad revenue. Sure, I guess use a fun crowding website may not be the best way to earn money that way, because it may not seem like I'm literally earning anything, because you need to earn money through the number of views you get with your videos each week, from my understanding, because I know how ad revenue works. But since I can't trust YouTube with their ad-friendly policy, since they've been demonetizing other small and big channels in the last few years or so, I just don't really trust the company. So, I mean, right now, like I said, I'm just desperate and there's nothing I can do about it. You just have to just think of it as not me being selfish, just to earn money through something by begging people to give money for me. Because like I said, that's the only way I can earn a job that way with YouTube. Because I've been told numerous times that almost every YouTuber uses Patreon to get their avenue that just in that type of style, because there's no way that anyone can do it in any other format. So yeah, that's really all I gotta say in this case. Just please be patient, and just to let you know, I will try my best not to get too distracted with whatever happens. And if I do have to leave to go to Iowa at some point in July, which I'll be gone for a few days or so, remember, please keep in touch with not just with my Patreon page, but always keep in touch with my Facebook account, which, by the way, I decided to add the link in the description down below, just so you should know, just in case if you are confused, if you're able to not find my account, if you were to go on their website, just to make it easier for anyone. But, so yeah, again, I hope I'm not jumping over my words or anything, because, like, the thing is, I haven't slept for some time because I've been posting so many posts on Facebook for almost a month now. It's ridiculous. But, so yeah, before I head to bed pretty soon, because I'm starting to get a little tired, there's one other thing I also wanted to mention right now, is that, so like I said before, since I have a DeviantArt page, I have recently uploaded all my recent previous drawing assignments from my Drawing 2 course. You can check that out if you want, which again, I will put in the description down below, by the way, for anyone who wants to check it out. So just to keep in mind that I will be posting all my old drawings from my childhood or other art projects I had in the past. But again, I don't know when I'll be starting to do any more drawings. Once I get my YouTube job all figured out and see if it works well. So once everything is going according to plan, I think I might start drawing eventually on DeviantArt either later in the fall or something. But when it does happen, there's just one other thing I think you should all know, is that despite posting all my old drawings I've done throughout my life, for the new drawings I'll be doing, which again, I won't be taking any more drawing classes because I'm done with that now, since I'll be moving on to doing painting classes in college. I will eventually start reconsidering on doing commission arts based on animal transformations. Like I said, like remember what I said about the artist Gil Panda? I will do something like he would do with his arts and with all of his artworks or whatnot with his commissions. So to kind of give you a really brief description of what I'm talking about, it's like the fact that when you're on DeviantArt, you know what to expect, right? So when I do animal transformations, I think I would do it just as a simple concept, but then again, I can also do it as kind of a, how do I say this without sounding inappropriate? Since, like I said before in one of my previous videos, I'm into sexual fetishes with furries and animal transformations. I won't lie to you about that at all, but just to let you know, I don't really care, honestly, what people think of it, because everyone has their own subjective opinion. So I'm not judging anyone for whatever you're into, because everyone has their own sexual preferences, and it's okay. We're all human, so we're not judging each other, just to let you know. Again, if you want to make commissions for me, don't feel embarrassed. If you want to remain anonymous, I respect anyone's privacy. So if you don't want to be exposed or whatever your name is or whatnot. But so yeah, just keep in mind that I will consider doing animal transformations or furry transformations in my commission drawings for anyone who's interested. And just keep in mind, I might have them fully closed or naked or something. So like I said, I'm just kind of inspired by Gil Panda's style of art, so I'm just going to stick it to that, I guess. Again, I'm not sure if this is official or not, but that's something I've been thinking about for a while now. But anyways, that's all I gotta say, and it's been 40 minutes now since I've been recording this. Wow, I think I did a good job without a script this time. Alright, so right now my mouth is foaming, I'm getting really tired now, and I think I'm getting sick and tired of blabbing in my mouth enough than it is. So, since now you all get the point, again, please support me. Please be patient. I'm not going to break my promise. I will be back on YouTube at some point this summer. And remember to stick with me through anything, whether it's Patreon or Facebook. And I will make an announcement to let you know maybe a day or so before I officially launch my first episode on my first movie review series. Yet, I don't know if I'll have a title name for myself at this point. I'm not even sure. But I will say one thing for sure. A little side note, just to let you know, I did try to contact numerous famous YouTube movie reviewers like, say, the Nostalgia Critic and the Cinema Snob and Phyllis and the Necro Critic and let's see what else. Oh, and the Hardcore Kid. I did try to contact them through their Facebook accounts and through their emails and our messenger apps, but so far, none of them never responded to me in the last month or so. I would assume that they were busy because I was just begging for their help to give me any tips or professional advices on how to become a movie reviewer. So, again, I don't blame them for being busy. At least I was hoping at least one of them could respond to me, but I guess I prayed and nothing happened. So, you know what? I guess I'm just gonna have to do things on my own and try to learn from the best by watching videos or something. So, again, I need to stick with my own material and I need to be more original with what I need to do. So yeah, I think that's all I gotta say right now. So I think there's nothing else I need to say right now. But if I end up forgetting something, just remember I will probably bring it up on Facebook eventually. So anyways, without further ado, I'm so glad I got all this off my chest. And I'm so excited to now I get to have my own job for the first time after all these years when I was thinking I was going to work at Hot Topic. But now I get to actually have a job to make money off of videos I enjoy. And stuff I've always been a fan of for so many years now. I seriously cannot describe how enthusiastic I am. I mean, despite being stressed out with college and other things with my personal life right now, I cannot wait to get things started, and I can't wait to get my mind off of things I've been suffering with my personal life, and just to start like getting back onto YouTube once again after all these years. Because seriously, there's no way I can even describe how much I appreciate to get back on here. It just feels like such an honor to me. And seriously, I have no words to even describe it. So, anyways, without further ado, I'm so sorry. I don't know what to say. I'm repeating myself again. You know what? I better cut this right now before I carry on any farther. So, yeah. Again, I cannot wait to see all of you back on the YouTube again. And I cannot wait how things are going to be accomplished. And I will give you one little hint, though. There is a movie I will eventually start to review. Sorry, I'll give you two hints. One, I'll be reviewing the Emoji Movie because I know that's more relevant. And it's only been a couple years since it's been rated on. But of course, more importantly, since Disney wants to continue with their live action remakes, they're just gonna continue to make soulless, shitty nostalgia shitfests of their films for another decade or something. But either way, I'll be doing reviews on a few Disney live action remakes, just to let you know in advance. So, yeah, there you have it. So I hope you enjoy your summer. I cannot wait to hear all back from you, and I hope I get comments on this video because, again, despite getting views on this video, I hope someone gets to at least make a comment on this video just to let you know that I hope that you all know that I'm here, but also just for me to acknowledge that you're listening to me and that you care about me. So please at least share your thoughts to me, and if you have any requests about whatever movie I should be reviewing in the future, please tell me what movie I should be reviewing. But just keep in mind, one rule I should stick for now is that I'm only reviewing uncritically bad movies. So whatever movie you have, please tell me in the description down below, and I will put them on my list, and I will consider them at some point. Either I will do it this year or next year. So just keep in mind that I will not be ignoring you. I will always keep in track with this channel once a day, and I want to see if my video is still growing, if I'm getting more subscribers or not. So anyways, I'm going to head for bed now, and I hope you have a great time, and I hope you're just as excited as I am. So that's all I gotta say. Peace.